Hello, today we're going to look at a few examples on finding the slopes and writing equations of lines. First off, we're going to find the slope between 5, 3 and 9, negative 5. The equation m is going to equal, we have y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So I'm just going to copy this and turn those things to x's because the x's are on the bottom. Now, in this case, we have x1, y1, and then we have x2, y2. So now we just plug in the numbers that we have here. So our y2 is negative 5. Our y1 is 3. So negative 5 minus 3 over x2 is 9 minus x1, which is 5. So I have negative 5 minus 3, which is negative 8. 9 minus 5, which is 4. And now 8 over 4 is 2. We have a negative on there, so this answer is negative 2. All right, next problem. Given the following coordinates, find these slopes and tell whether things are parallel or perpendicular. So I'm just going to steal this whole thing because pretty much what we're going to be doing is find the slopes. So we're going to find the slopes of AB, AC, CD, and BD. We're going to do the same thing. If I look at AB, we're going to take, so this is X, Y, X, Y. These are the first ones, these are the second ones. So I'm going to take my Y2, which is negative 6, minus Y1, which is minus negative 3, over X2, which is 3, minus X1, which is 1. 3, or minus a negative means you add, so that's going to be negative 3 on top. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is a slope of negative 3 halves. Now here we're going from A to C. So x1, y1, x2, y2. This is going to be negative 1 minus a negative 3 over 4 minus 1. Minus a negative brings us to 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. So now we have two slopes. We'll continue that process. 4 minus negative 1. That gets us to 5 over 6 minus 4. That gets us to 2. Finally, BD, 4 minus negative 6. That's a 10. 6 minus 3 is 3. So I have 10 thirds. So now the next question, which of these things are segments are parallel and which are perpendicular? Parallel, these would have the same slopes. None of those have the same slopes. Perpendicular is negative reciprocal, and that's just these two. So AB and AC are perpendicular. All right, moving on. Write the equation of a line in point-slope form that contains the point negative 7, 4 and 9, negative 4. Well, we can use this same equation for slope, but now we have to find the equation of a line. That's y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Now we have to just fill in the numbers. So our slope is y2, which is negative 4, minus y1, which is 4, over 9 minus negative 7. So my numerator here, 4 minus negative 4 is negative 8, divided by 9 minus negative 17, which is plus, brings us to negative 8/16, which I can reduce to negative 1 over 2. So now you can pick any point, because both of these are on the line. We can say y minus 4, because that's our y1, equals negative 1/2 x minus our x1, so minus negative 7, which would be plus 7. And that's the equation of our line. Here we say write the equation of a line that's parallel to this, but goes through this point. Now if it's parallel to this, it has the same slope. So here the slope is negative 2. Since it goes through this point, we use that equation from last page, y minus 4, y minus y1, equals our slope, which if it's parallel will be the same, x minus 3. Write the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this and goes through the point 3, 4. Perpendicular means that it's the negative reciprocal, so that would be positive 1/2 from this. So now we write the same equation, y minus 4 equals 1/2 x minus 3. Now our last problem, if LR makes a right angle with RS, that means that these are perpendicular. Find the equation of RS. Well, we know one point on RS is 1, 5. Now, we can't find the slope of this, but we could find the slope of the perpendicular and then do the negative reciprocal to find the slope of RS. So the slope of RS would be 5 minus a negative 3 over 1 minus 8. So 5 minus negative 3, that's like 5 plus 3, which is 8. 1 minus 7 is negative 7. So if this has a slope of negative 8/7, this one has a slope of the negative reciprocal, which is 7/8. We know its slope is 7/8, and we know a point is 1, 5. So I can use my equation y minus y1, which is 5, is equal to 7/8 parentheses x minus 1. And now I'm done.